So we're talking about all the different versions of cover stitch that you have with the Bernina 1300. And we've done the triple needle and we've done the 2 needle narrow. Let's talk about how we do the 2 needle wide. So that would be good for fabrics that are a little bit stiffer. The narrow one was good for lighter weight fabric, something very delicate, but yet still you want to have the cover stitch look. So it has a really nice finish on the back side. So instead, if you don't want to have to put that middle needle in, that's actually what we're going to take out. Now, since we're set up for the 2 needle narrow cover stitch, I'm going to actually use the little cheat sheet here. Stitch number 22 is going to remind us which needles we actually need. And since we're not doing the middle one, I'm going to take the green thread off and then put my blue thread back on the machine. So there's our wide version to all of this. Coming down. Of course, this is really easy to change out whenever you need it because, I mean, it's almost like changing just thread, just like the thread on your machine. And then you could even take the needle from the center position and then just move it to the far right position. Now, always a little trick is if you put in all 3 needles or put this needle in before you take the other one out, you can double check their height and make sure that you've got that in all the way into the highest positions. Remember, the one on the left, the needle on the left is always higher than the ones going down or to the right side. So let me just go ahead. I use my handy dandy needle threader to thread this and we'll pull that right on through. So we can just double check our settings are correct for our tensions. We're on 5 for that. Nothing's in the green, nothing's in the red. And then again, just follow the video for how to thread that looper, the cover stitch looper that's down below. Follow the video that's on for converting from serging to cover stitch. Okay, here's the wide version. Go ahead and remember, put your fabric underneath the foot. We have the stitch length a little bit longer all the way for us here. Looking good. Remember, don't run off the fabric. You can bring the needles out of the fabric 2 ways, sink them all the way down and then roll them back. Lift up the presser foot and pull that straight on out. This would probably be a stitch that you're going to use the most often. It's just a nice wide version of your cover stitch. And then on the back side, if you do that way, you need to secure this thread because what I'm doing is actually pulling it all the way out. So of course, don't let it pull that far. Pull that loop right on through and that will knot it completely off. Now let me show you that other way of pulling things out so you don't actually have to knot it. Just since we're here, we'll do a little repeat. So go ahead and stitch all the way through and around. Okay, there's your seam. This time just bring your needles all the way to their highest position. Lift up your presser foot, gently pull your needle threads through. If they're tight, you could even just turn them so they're a little bit looser. There we go. And then put them back to what they need to be. Then pull the fabric out to the, don't pull the fabric out. Lift up the presser foot, slide something skinny towards you, and draw these threads up and clip these little loops. When you clip them, pull the fabric out underneath. You still have to cut the cover stitch thread, that's the purple one, but what it does is it automatically locks the thread in for you. It's a nice little trick along the way. So, great stitch to use. You'll probably use this one and the narrow one, the 2 thread version, for most of the cover stitch that you'll be doing.